Hello and welcome to the Montreal West Public Library's Video Tech Help series. Today we're going to be talking about how to use the Montreal West Library's website for its two core functions for users: how to request books and how to renew your existing loans. So you can see here I've already got the MWPL.ca website loaded. You type that into your web browser up top, and it should bring you here to the home page, which usually has a bit of news displayed, like right now. Book deliveries are continuing, and we're going to look at how we make a request for such a delivery. If you have not yet already done so, you will need to register your account, and you can see a detailed explanation of that process in my previous video. For now, I'll just mention that there's the Register Account button up here in the top right. Right beside that is the Login button, written in soft gray text, Login. We click on that word and it takes us to the Login page. At this simple Login page, all we have to do is enter the username that we have chosen, and then we enter our password, and that's it. We're logged in and ready to use the website. The first thing that it loads us is a search bar with a blank field for search terms, and it tells us that it's looking to search anywhere. If you looked at this left bar here, you can notice because of its black down arrow that it's a drop-down menu, and when you click on it, it drops down a series of options for what you can search for. You can search specifically for the title, either the exact match or what it begins with, or you can search by the author keyword. So if you know who it is that you're looking for, you can search by the author, and I'll show you an example of what that looks like. For example, you might be searching for an author with a very common last name, like Smith. As soon as you start typing, it will give you a list of suggested possibilities. You can use this scroll bar here to go up and down and see all of the different options, and there really are quite a few. You can expand on that, of course, by adding another name. But even if you add Smith Ann, you might have to choose between Smith Annette and Smith Ann here. So let's take a look at a different author, maybe somebody with a less common name, someone like Gaiman. There just is one Neil Gaiman. You can either click on the name here, or you can click Search, and it will take you to a list of every single work available in the library by that author. You can use the scroll bar at the side to look down and go through the full collection. You can see there's quite a few here. The one that I'm interested in is right up at the very top, the view from the cheap seats. We can see here very importantly that it is available. There's one copy available, and I'm going to request it. Notice this orange button down here right beneath the book. When I put my cursor over it, it switches to the finger to click, and by clicking Request, it'll open the request window. The request window is automatically filled with information from your profile. For example, it draws your email address and assumes that is the default method to get a hold of you. If it's much better to get a hold of you by phone, you can also switch it to phone and type in your phone number. For now, I'll leave it set to email and click Submit Request, and there it is. Your request for this item is submitted for handling. I'm going to close this and show you one more example before we look at how to check on the status of your reservations. I've searched for author, but let's look for title. For example, if I'm looking for The Lighthouse, I can search for Lighthouse. This will give me a list of everything that has Lighthouse in the title, including the Lighthouse DVD, Lighthouse Keeper's Daughter, a novel, and here we have the lighthouse also in the form of a book, as indicated by this little book icon. If you notice up here, there's a DVD icon, and it specifically says that it's listed in the DVD category. You'll also notice that this is not available. It is currently on loan. You can still request it, but it'll have to be returned before it can be delivered to you. You can check on the status of your requests by going back up here to the top. If you notice these three tabs, Home, Search, and My File. My File lets you access your profile and account info. It also lets us check on your loans, which we'll do in a moment, but for now we're going to look at My Request. If you click on that link, it takes you to this page here that has a list of everything that you have on reserve. It provides information about the work that you have on reserve, tells you when it was processed, tells you the status, and also it gives you the option to cancel. If you no longer need your book, please cancel. It double checks up here, are you sure that you want to cancel your reserve? And in this case, yes, I do. So now you'll see that my status has switched to cancel. And the process for renewing your works is just as easy. If you go up here to My File, as I said, go down and click on My Loans, and it brings you to your My Loans page. It looks very similar, except you get a nice picture of the cover of the book that you have, along with the titles. It tells you when it was originally loaned, when it is due, and at the bottom of each item, there's a word Renew next to some little circular arrows. For you, your Renew button should be highlighted in blue. Mine's grayed out because I'm tech help, but you as a user should be able to click the blue Renew link, and that will let you renew your item up to 2 times. This is a great way to avoid late fees and to let the library know that you will be keeping your work so that somebody else is not requesting it and looking for it in the near future. So although you have this great option to renew up to 2 times, unfortunately you cannot renew forever. Returns! These cannot be done online. They must be done at the physical library. Please bring them back to the building and place them one at a time to avoid damages into the silver drop slot to the right of the door. So now you know how to use the website to request books and to renew items that you already have out on loan. I hope this has helped you use the library's website, and I hope you have a great day.